What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, before we hop into the commentary, just very quickly, I want to let you guys know that today is the final day of the Battlefield 2042 Open Beta. So if you guys haven't already given it a shot, by all means, give it a download. It's completely free for every platform, and I think it's going to be worth your time, even if you don't want to invest too many hours in. As long as you get at least 1 to 2 matches, I think you're going to really enjoy it. Also, if you guys want to catch me live stream this video game as well, I'm going to be streaming it all day long. So make sure you guys check out my Twitch link. That is down in the description. Make sure you hit the bell notification button, all that good stuff, and you'll be notified the second I go live. Also, one last thing I promise, I just want to talk about this as well before we start the commentary. I am still shocked to this day how many people think that I flip-flop my opinion so much on this channel. A lot of people expect me to 24/7 talk positive or 24/7 talk negative about these games when I'm sorry to say that's just not how it's going to be over here. And if you do want that different type of content, I highly suggest going and checking out any shill out there. There's tons of Activision shills, EA shills, who are only going to tell you the positive stuff about this game. Or even just people who are 24/7 haters who just hate the game to hate the game for absolutely no reason. By all means, check them out as well. They'll talk 24/7 negative about it. But I always try to have an open mind on this channel. And if I enjoy something, I enjoy it. If I hate it, I hate it. And in yesterday's video, I very specifically said that I love this game. I would love to see anybody go and timestamp any portion of that video in today's video in the comment section. Go ahead, try it, and tell me where I said I hated Battlefield 2042. Because that's what a flip-flop opinion is. You know, I tell you guys I love the game, and then out of nowhere I hate it. That's a flip-flop opinion. But to expect me to ignore all of this stuff and praise it, like, what, do you guys want me to praise that the performance is bad? Do you want me to say, oh, the performance is absolutely fantastic in this game, it's phenomenal, and then you guys get on the game and it's bad? Then instead of saying I'm going to have a flip-flop mindset, you guys are going to just say I'm a liar. It's always something. It's literally always something. I'm going to tell you guys the truth no matter what. If you hate it, you hate it. If you don't, you don't. I highly suggest, if you do hate it, to find someone else so it makes you a little less angry in life, because that's not healthy to be pissed off so much at a YouTube video. But I digress. Let me get into the actual topic for today's video. And that is going to be the matchmaking system when it comes to Battlefield 2042. Now, when I first initially loaded up this game, I gotta say, I was a tad bit worried because, unlike other Battlefield titles, there was no server browsers. Man, it's to be expected. This is a beta. But at the end of the day, when it comes to having no server browsers and you have to search through an algorithm, typically the skill-based matchmaking is going to be pretty darn thick. And as we know from past titles, especially Apex Legends, which is also another game published by EA, and as we all know, publishers are the ones who control the skill-based matchmaking patents, not the actual developers. But as I was saying, EA controls Apex Legends, also Battlefield. You would really think that the skill-based matchmaking system is going to be the exact same thing. So I was really stressed out that this was going to be the worst experience in the world. But after 2 full days of playtime, and like I said, today I'm going to be playing as well. Actually, was it 3 days? I'm not sure. I think it was 2 days. I can't even remember how long I've been playing this game. All I know has been like 12, 13, probably 14 plus hours of game time. And every match I've played has had an equal balance. This is by far one of the best skill-based matchmaking systems I've ever seen in any FPS title to date. And you want to know something? It's absolutely crazy that I'm about to say this, but it's such a relief that for once in my life I can finally play casually when it comes to an FPS game. And you might think, well, why is that so weird? Because every game out there has to be super hyper competitive. You see, companies nowadays know that the competitive scene brings in a lot of money and it brings in a lot of new players. So a lot of these companies go ahead and build their game from the ground up around a competitive scene. And the way they balance this out while still keeping the casual players happy is with a thick skill-based matchmaking algorithm. It's the same direction that we saw Call of Duty take, one of the best casual arcade shooters out there in the whole entire world. Has been on pretty much a complete downfall because every year they make the game more competitive, and every year they make the skill-based matchmaking more thick, straying further and further away from the casual shooter that we once knew and loved. So at that point, I've given up hope. Yes, I can go to other games like Rainbow Six Siege, CSGO, Valorant. There's a lot of other FPS games out there, even milsims like Insurgency Sandstorm or Squad, but all of these games are sweaty in their own aspect. You know, games like Rainbow Six Siege, Overwatch, and CSGO, these titles are stupidly sweaty, but it's for a purpose. When you hop on a game like that, you go in with the mindset that you're going to sweat. You don't go in with the mindset that you're going to be playing casual and have a very relaxed... No, none of that crap. You know it's a competitive game, so you go in with a competitive mindset. And then, of course, the milsims like Squad, Insurgency, Sandstorm, yes, you don't go in with a stupidly competitive mindset, but you go in with a team-based mindset that you're going to be communicating a lot. You're prepping for a lot of different events. It's a lot more slow-paced and tactical. You know, you can't just kick back, casually not talk, you know, without headphones, music blasting in a milsim game. You're going to have a really bad time. You know what I'm saying? So, like I was saying, casual games like Call of Duty were really popular. That's why the game is so big nowadays and still pulls in millions of dollars every single year when they release these titles, because it's the ultimate casual shooter. It's the only casual shooter for the longest time that you're able to kick back, relax, and have a good experience. And then, of course, Battlefield has always been there. But for me personally, every single year, it's been getting a little bit worse and worse. Battlefield 1 wasn't too bad, but they kind of strayed away from the really arcadey, action-y, stupidly crazy gameplay that they had with Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, and went for a more realistic aspect with Battlefield 1. Again, not completely realistic. It's not a milsim. It's still a stupidly fast arcadey game, but they strayed away from what made them so popular. And then Battlefield 5, same thing, went even further away from the core Battlefield experience. So the only other option for me personally as a casual FPS fan has basically faded away, and I lost all hope at that current point, which means all around I have no more casual games. Every single title that I look at is going to be a competitive mess. So with all that on my mind, going into Battlefield 2042, I was just extremely worried for my personal experience. I knew I was going to love the game. I knew it was going to be tons of fun, but I was worried about the systems they're going to implement into this game, especially knowing EA, they're no different than Activision. Activision's going through a lot of crap right now, and we hear more about them than EA, but that does not take any of the things that EA did and toss them behind us. EA is still disgusting as hell, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did something scummy like this. But I gotta say, the whole experience was perfectly casual, and I did not have one sweaty experience at all. Yes, my team might have gotten completely stomped, or yes, my team might have completely stomped them, but at the end of the day, my experience in the whole match, the whole lobby, I was always able to find a perfect, relaxing time. Yes, sweats are going to be running around every once in a while. You'll catch them on the map, but you could always go to a different flag, a different area, pull out a different weapon, go into a vehicle. There's so many things in Battlefield. That's what makes it so special. That's what gives it the Battlefield vibes. There's always something for you to do. Even if it's a bunch of pub stompers on the other team who are going crazy, you can still find something anywhere else on the map to do to keep you interested in their game. And also, I do want to mention this as well. I was really stressed out during the early build because that's when all the real sweats are going to be on, Everybody who purchased the game are going to be super sweats. But after playing 12 plus hours of the early version of this game, I can confidently say that I have no problems whatsoever. And every single player outside of the Battlefield community, especially Call of Duty players, who I have suggested this game to, a lot of them at least, not everybody, but a good portion of them have fallen in love with this game for that exact reason. It's casual. I don't have to snort G Fuel every game I play. I don't have to wear sweatbands every game I play. I don't have to carry 50 changes of shirts every game I play. I don't have to carry deodorant every game I play. It's not needed when it comes to Battlefield 2042, and that alone gives it the charm that it needs to be completely popular and obviously win over my heart. If Call of Duty would do the same, they would be fine as well. Like Vanguard, Modern Warfare, maybe a little bit more changes in Modern Warfare because there's a lot of things that they did to the core game itself that really messed it up. Black Ops Cold War, a lot of these games, minus the skill-based matchmaking, would get a much higher rating from my personal preference. But because each Call of Duty game nowadays is their own personal league play, it pushes me away from the franchise because, again, that's not what I came to their game for. Battlefield, this is what I came to their game for. You know what I'm saying? I came to their game for the craziness, the epic Battlefield moments, the casual gameplay, the variety in the game. That's what I came to this franchise for. Again, Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5, they stepped away a little bit. Battlefield 1 I was okay with though, because after Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, I got a fair fix of, really epic Battlefield titles. Battlefield 1, I don't mind them straying back a little bit, going to an old school classic, World War 1 being a little bit more realistic. One game, I'm fine. But then 2 years later with Battlefield 5, that's 4 years now of a repetitive cycle. I'm done. I'm tired of it. This right here, Battlefield 2042, this is where everything meets together. Because there was no skill-based matchmaking in Battlefield 5 and Battlefield 1. But the problem with me, especially with Battlefield 5, was the game just sucked. That's all there is to it. The game was ass. Battlefield 2042, no skill-based matchmaking, and they brought back all the core moments that we loved from old school classics. Phenomenal. That alone, in my personal opinion, is worth giving this game a download. Don't forget, this is the last day of the open beta. It's going to be buggy. It's going to be glitchy. You can definitely take my word on that. It's going to be a horrible performing game. But when it comes to being able to kick back, relax, and see what the game is all about, it's definitely there. You're going to get to play the core gunplay, get to experience all the Battlefield vibes in this title, and you'll think in the back of your head, yeah, oh man, this game is really messed up, but wow, this is going to look gorgeous when it's finally polished off and finished. But guys, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like. If I hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new and you enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, want to chat with me, let's do so via Twitter or Discord. Both those links are down in the description. And also, want to catch me live stream some video games I do over on Twitch. Link that's in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.